Hey guys, Happy New Year and welcome back to some Warthunder commentary. Today we find ourselves in the P-51 D10. This sits at 4.3 in the Tier 4 of the American tech tree. So, what I've noticed lately within the game is the state of allied teams. I never really liked allied teams, and I hadn't up until very recently when I had won a wager for the P-39N, not a wager, a talisman, and really started to fly with them. I side climbed, I did everything properly, and to my amazement, the American planes were very, very good. They could turn with BF-109s and Focke-Wulf 190s. They could outrun Spitfires. They could outrun the Japanese forces as well. But that is not how people play them. And today, this is an example of what I believe how an American plane should be flown. Climbing high, picking your targets one by one. As you can see, this wyvern stalled out right in front of me, and there's the 50 cals doing work. Both of his wings just gone in an instant. So I spot my next target, a Spitfire, right in front of me. Some pretty poor shooting, I don't know, just got a little bit stupid there. And right here, what I see a lot of American teams doing is they would whip a 180 right there and go right back into that furball with Spitfires that can just run circles around them in slow speeds. So what I decided to do is just separate myself, use the speed that I gained from the dive to gain altitude. And as I just skipped forward, as it was just climbing and nothing much happened, look at that, I found myself 2,000 meters above the enemy that is on the deck and was just maneuvering, so they're nice and slow. I'm just taking a quick look around to weigh my best option, and this Typhoon seems to be the best. He's turning away from me, so I get on his 6, and we'll have the most time. And I was very pleased to see him level out, and there goes the tip of his wing, just like butter. And again, you just use your speed, separate, gain altitude, and rinse and repeat. You cannot rush these planes. You have to give them time. You have to let them do what they were meant to do. You have to work with them. You have to be patient with them. You can't just rush into things and expect it to happen. Whereas with the Spitfires, you can get away with a little bit more as you have that turning radius and climb rate. But if you fly these planes properly, it will reward you greatly. So I see my two friendlies over there engaging the Spitfire. I'm just continually checking my 6, and I decide to go over there and help them out. And sorry about my squad mate talking in the background. He's just a rando. I didn't believe that the mic volume would come through, but anyways. So they cleared him up, and I was pretty pleased to see that, as I knew that the Spitfire would have a distinct advantage at that low altitude. So I pull another 180 and go to find the Spitfires that were on my 6 not too long ago. And again, I find myself at around 2,000 meters, which gives me a good enough time to gain some speed to where there's no way anybody on the deck would be able to catch me. As for gun conversions, I use a convergence of 500 meters, which is a lot more than people that I've talked to that use. Usually, I find people that use 300 to 400, but that's just what I've been using, and it's been working well for me, and I might play around with it. And I do use vertical targeting. And the biggest mistake, or one of the biggest mistakes to see with allied teams, is tracer shells on their 50 cals. I tried using tracer shells. I just tried using anything with a tracer bullet, and you get so distracted by where the bullets are going, you forget where to put them. I don't quite know how else to explain it, but you just get so focused on where the bullets have gone that you forget about leading. And right here, as you can see, I kind of wait till I'm above the target to make him finish his maneuver, thinking I'm gonna overshoot, pull right in behind him, get some hits, get some more hits, and there's the fire. And again, not gonna turn, just gonna keep my speed straight line, put it, use that speed that it has, and he hit the ground, hasn't quite, there he goes. And that is my third kill of the game. And the Spitfire right in front of me, he is the last player of 13. And as I just make my way over there, it's going to be a little whiles, but, and as you can see, my oil and water are quite, they're on the warmer side right now, and I forgot to, and in the time I wasn't quite focused on that. So you can see I'm at the top of the leaderboard, and that Spitfire is the last player on their team. I was for sure that my teammate was gonna bite the dust here. I don't know if the Spitfire ran out of 20 mils or is just Spark Fest again, or Spark Thunder. Well, again, I just gain a little bit of altitude, so I have that advantage over him. And I wait, and I wait. You have to be very, very patient to wait for the right time. Because with these 50 cals, it's not like cannons. You can't take the one pass and will for sure get a kill unless you spark. You have to, and it's long, accurate bursts. That's where this thing, I believe that's where some players get this plane and other allied planes wrong, is you can't fly like any other nations. You don't have the luxury of having a large caliber cannon to take that wing off. You have to be an accurate shot and place your bullets. And that damage that I did to him will bring him down, and my teammate's going to come in and try to get it. It's not a kill steal. And right here I try and finish him off again, but he turns just a little bit and my shooting is pretty poor. And that is going to be the end of the game pretty soon. Thank you for watching, and please leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed. And thank you guys. Have a good night.